Hello. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today is October the 21st, 2022, and we're moving along, kicking butt, and I'm loving it. I this new uh, lifestyle, I guess I should say, that I've been on for the past couple of months, few months now, has been wonderful. I mean, extremely wonderful for me. I feel very blessed every day that I'm able to do the things I'm doing right now, and in a whole different way. You know, my work hours are totally different. I eat better. I exercise more. I have this new discovery of time in a sense. And so there are probably mornings when I wake up and I'm looking around thinking, well, you can just do whatever you want to do. Basically, I can just drive and go on a long little day trip if I needed to or wanted to, or, go to museums or go shopping or go eat at a nice restaurant if I want to. But all those things really just, I, I don't really. I mean, I've lived a full life in a lot of ways. So I've done a lot of what I just said already. So it's not like it's really something I feel like I missed out on in life, or I'm missing out on, and I want to go live it now. So it's not like that at all. It's just very taking it very slow, loving it, and that's all I can really say. It's really not. And I still work. Yes, yes. I still have to get up really, really early because now I work with uh, uh, people and administrators and things like that in a whole other time zone. And I'm behind them. So which means, their 6 a.m. call time is like my 4 a.m. call time. So that's the only oddness about it. But I even like that. I mean, I was always an early riser and learning new things and doing new things. And this is what I'm doing now. I'm still learning and I'm still doing new things, and that's just part of me too. I'm a very curious, and I'm always loving to push myself to new limits, especially if it's an unknown world. I want to know. I want to know that world. This new chapter is just completely. Um, it's taking me in a whole new direction, but they all have. And so it's just different kind of. It's cool and different to break things up. Uh, basically, the other thing about the Americanteer movement, make this clear, um, it's not so about social status or financial social status, and that is that's not really as much as we like to think it's relevant, it's not all that relevant in this movement. In fact, for upper class or people that have homes and over 100,000, 200,000 in the bank, and they're working great jobs already. They're I mean, today they're probably not even. They probably know that we're in a recession and inflation, but that doesn't really kind of bother them because they have such a huge cushion of money that it just doesn't. You know, they don't think about it in the same way that someone making you know $12,000 a year and or less, money than that. And they're There's a lot of resilient Americans living on a lot, with very little money. So it's a day in and day out, week by week and month by month. It's a struggle. The struggle is real for Americans too, as much as it is really just living a life. And for Americans. So that's where the financial social status I'm talking about right now, and the movement. You see, because that doesn't, and why it's not relevant, okay? Because in fact, that's all part of the solution. Those dots of separation, or how we situate all that, is kind of a breakdown to move into the new America, the new solutions, the new way of thinking. And it's not even like a brainwashing thing. It's just a simple act that you maybe do once a year. So it really, doesn't matter how much money you make or how little money you make. It's still what it is. It's an opportunity. That is part of the longevity of the plan of the Americanteer movement. It's we have a 5% point program that we wrote up years back, like 8, 9 years ago, and that's like the first baby step to help connect all Americans in a whole different and very, very new way, a very innovative way, a very creative way. And the best part about it is that in the end, at the end of the year, and it goes toward a retirement kind of thing, but it's still there. Is the point system is that you pretty much can get paid, but not cash or money, to be a part of it. But if you're going to be a part of the programs, which will be thousands of programs, that you can't say no, because it's going to be, either you have something to share and you don't mind sharing that for a few hours throughout a year with other people who want to learn, who really want to learn what and there's a lot of retired, just kick-ass men that I know out there, and women, who have a lot of knowledge, and they just, they're more than happy to share it, with the youngins, or the people that want to learn, or learn how to play guitar. Let's get you started. You want to learn how to work with wood. Let's get you started. These are not like in a life-changing event, but in a connection sense that it's going to help you connect as an Americanteer with other Americanteers. See, and that's why the social, financial status doesn't really matter, because if you're financially fit and you're doing great, maybe you have something to share. Or maybe not. Maybe you just participate in your own way. You're helping your daughter sell Girl Scout cookies, and you're a soccer mom living in a very, very nice area of town. You still can receive the points just for being a mom, just for being a soccer mom, just for helping your daughter sell Girl Scout cookies, or helping your son participate in a football team, by making sure he has the right, energy bar, making sure he gets picked up and dropped off, and for practice, and and you're doing your duty. You're doing your job as a mother, or you're doing your job as a father, or if you're single and you're older, you're just doing things already that you can be basically receive points for and be acknowledged for that, and that will grow, because now you can share that with other people, Americans, that really want to learn and or really want to share, and make points, to go into the future to help that individual, uh, establish or do things with those points later on. Purchase items. You know, and that's a long-term plan, and we'll be working on this plan for a while. But the short, immediate jumping in on the wagon goal is this is laid out for everyone. So it's for rich people, for poor people, and middle class people. It doesn't really matter because and see, and you're probably thinking if you're middle class or upper class, you don't want to participate in something that you may look at and say, oh, that's for them, that's for the people that are making no money, for people who can't pull their life together, and and the basic way that we can help the people that need help or struggling is you don't really have to help them. If you're around just to show and be yourself for 2 hours, that as an example, as something to look at and acknowledge, because of the separation we have right now, doesn't we can't connect with each other, and therefore people that are struggling to make their lives better don't have good examples to go by. I mean, not like and if you're a cool American, you can, and basically when you're a good example, you're just being you. You don't have to do anything special, you just be yourself and know, that these people know that you're there, that you exist and it works and it happens, that they're not alone in pursuing their dream. They actually see someone in the position of life that they would like to be in. And it will also help you because you're also going to see people that you're not used to engaging with in any way, and that are in a different financial status, just as equal people. I mean, I'm not saying you have to lower your standards or it doesn't have to do with that. It's just like I said, it's just being there and either sharing or participating. And there can be so many things to do on both sides that you can't help but not want to be a part of it. Celebrities will want to be a part of it. Politicians, this is like a huge, it's I make it, I write it up like it's some kind of bait, which it is a first baby step. But in 5, 10 years from now, golly, man, that could be the whole new beginning of just Americans being an American, being just Americans. I mean, it doesn't really, you're still going to be judgmental, you're still going to have your social status gauge going on, things like that. But if we just understand one page of the new America, then we're all on the same page, and we'll all understand, that we're in this together. We're in this together. I know we like to think we're not, and we separate ourselves, but we are really in this together, and so just coming to the understanding that we, the people, are in this together, and that means everyone, all Americans. It's that simple. There's no, some aren't, some not, so, and there's still so much work to do. When you're going to build a new America and a whole different ball field and a whole different stadium, that is a lot. Lots going on there. It's going to take a lot of, love and free will. You have to be willing just to go ahead and do it. I can't make you do it, and I can't trick you into doing it. I can't do anything like that. This is All I can do is let you know that the path is there. And it's up to you to make that decision, to step in that right direction, and to know it's the right direction, and to feel it, and you will. Maybe you won't feel it the first day or the first week, first month, but after time, you'll be really happy that you participate and you are part of the Americanteers in America. It will be nothing but helpful for everyone. And so it's, and don't get scared when I say everyone, because I know you're thinking, like, you can't just help everyone. That's impossible. Uh, no, it's not impossible. Not at all. Why would it be impossible? Only people that think it's impossible will say it's impossible. But people like me, I say it's possible. I say we can do it. I don't see the reason why we're not already doing it. That's what's going on. It's it's not even that. It's like a deniability. It's like I'm in denial. I can't be a part of a working solution. I'd rather be a part of a negative kind of, blame and complain status in America, rather than just kind of easily kick in a little bit and be a part of the solution. It's really not. We're not. It may sound like we're building pyramids here, but we're not. We're just united as one in America. It really, and for just a fraction of your time. I'm not even I'm not even asking for money. I don't. This is not about you donating money to Americanteers. This is about Americanteers helping everyone, and pay you to be an Americanteer. Now that sounds like, how can you lose? I'm paying you, to be a part of it, to be a part of America. It's a no-brainer. Just kind of kick in, join in, and we'll start to build new paths. Maybe a little rocky. I always say that. It's going to be rough. But if it's a decision and a commitment that you're making, it's not going to feel that way at all. It's gonna look like a good time. It's exciting times, and it's a time to celebrate being an American, and not prepare for economic shutdowns and bank shutdowns and things like that. That we're being spoon-fed by a lot of Americans about how bad things are. And I agree to a certain point. The only thing I have to disagree with is the prediction of the future. No one can predict the future. Okay? I don't care, who or what they think they know or could put together with information they gather from the internet to formulate this decision-making process. But they're not going to let go. And I admire, that's one thing I do admire, is that they don't give up and they're not going to stop. They're just going to go for it. They're going to do it. They can be ready. I mean, I hope I'm friends with some of those folks, if it were to go down, because I'm not going to be as prepared as they are, and so, good job. But on the flip side of that kind of stuff is that we just average working Americans can't. You see, and that whole thing with what I just said is it's a lifestyle. So you can't just say to people like, get ready, because you're asking them to change their lifestyle, change their lives for something for tomorrow that's kind of based on fear. That's what I think, and I don't care how much data and information you have. It's still a decision based on fear. You know, it's fear because it's unknown. So it's easy to talk about the future and how bad things are going to get because it's fearful. It's unknown. You don't even know. You're talking about it. I won't. It's just so. Those are the things that those are hurdles that I run across when I'm listening to stuff like that, or watching, or listening to Pete here and I'm out, I guess. And like I said, I admire you. I admire all those folks. Um, and but we need to help all Americans. Okay, it's not about preparing for a crash and burn. It's about living life today, being happy today, so we can be happier tomorrow, and the next day, and not because we live in the fear factor. If we got to prepare for, a future that may be not happening, but what we got to do is just live life, and that's the best working option in front of us. I know that people probably think that's not a work. That is the reality of the working action or the working life that we have in the city or little towns, and we can't just take on a lifestyle because of that. I'm asking people to join an Americanteer, a life-changing movement, and I'm not going to really be asking them to change their lifestyle at all. Like especially not based on fear. That would be just wouldn't do that. There's anything that has to do with fear. We have a lot to do with faith. We know that we're going to be taken care of, in a universal way. We know, and we all are Americans, and we are resilient people. We can help each other. It's not like we're all, bunch of dummies out there. We can unite. We can help each other. Families may get closer, friendships may grow stronger, but that is all good stuff. The situation and circumstances may not be good, but the unification of people is good. Can't say it's not good. It's a good, positive thing, and it's based on love. It's based on trust. It's based on faith. And you pulling our brains together to make sure that we're all taken care of, or we're taking care of each other. We're resilient. Americans are very, very resilient and very smart, very savvy. So I have no doubt, no matter what happens, it's people will deal with it the best way they know how, and so will I. I could be wrong, I could be right. I'm not saying that I'm either one. I'm just saying that we should work on happier solutions, no matter what the hell is going on. This is, that's relevant. That is the now. That is working in the now and not having to really change your life to do this. It's just being a part of it, to be a part of a positive, movement toward better things and a new America, a new opinion, a third kind of growing system that's in America. And we need millions of voices, millions of people to be on this wagon. Because I'm not going to go lobby it. I'm not going to go spend millions of dollars and go to Washington and try to lobby the movement, on them at all. It's just, it doesn't have anything to do. In fact, that's why I'm not a part, because I don't have that money anyways. And that's probably why no one listens to me, because I don't have millions of dollars. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not any of those things. So it's easy just to, push me aside. Even though I'm the one here delivering the message. It's not like I'm just writing it up and scripting it out and just kind of like trying to sell myself. And by no means am I doing that. It's a calling. I'm a messenger. I'm letting you know what's going on. And I'm sorry that I'm laughing at myself because I'm hearing myself say this, and it is just a beautiful thing to do and to be a part of. And even though I feel like I'm all alone, and I do not ever feel alone. I feel like there's something behind me, or there's invisible forces that are taking care of, making sure that I can do this. You know, and why me? I have no clue, no clue whatsoever. I know that my life has been set up in a way to prepare me for this moment. Now I understand that now, but I other than that, I don't understand it. I'm just here sharing the wonderful news for a better tomorrow, and even today. Hey, thank you for your time. Peace, love. Have an excellent day. We'll talk later, okay?